This is Drake Oakey, Athletic Director of Memphis Community Schools, and I welcome you to another segment of the Memphis Team Report. Well, glad to say we have finally opened up winter sports for the 2020-2021 season. We had our first game this week in high school with our girls varsity basketball team that were able to play on the very first day that sports was open up. Teams that were able to condition for 3.5 weeks, but they were able to do without contact, and girls basketball opened up right away on Monday at home against Algonac, which is a lot more experienced team with juniors and seniors, and we're predominantly a freshman and sophomore team. And we do have some older classmen on the girls team. But with the younger team, it was kind of tough coming out of the gates with the first day of contact and trying to play a game together. And we lost a tough game to Algonac, but the girls rebounded on Tuesday with a fantastic victory over Merritt High School. Merritt Academy High School came in from New Haven, and our girls basketball team just seemed to put it all together. Coach Mark Carlson has the girls playing hard, a lot of good defense, and he's got them excited. And they brought their winning ways from the junior high into the high school ranks this year, and they did a fantastic job in there. So they're 1-1, and they play this Thursday at Landmark. So our girls basketball team is off and running. We have our boys wrestling team. Our boys wrestling team, their first competition will be this Friday. The venues keep changing, but right now everything is on our website, and they actually play at Cass City this Friday night, and then Saturday morning they get back on the bus and they travel to Luther Northwest for a Saturday meet. So wrestling really took a hit, missing all these weeks, basically over 2 months of actual games, and they will begin their season, but their meets are actually cut in half, so they're probably only looking about playing half a season. But they're excited to get on the mat and wrestle the other teams and wrestle other schools, and I know Coach Mark Pringle has them ready to go. Again, the conditioning has helped us. They're coming in probably a little better shape than in most seasons. So even though it's a shorter season, we're expecting a higher octane sort of season, and where our kids are ready to go right from the gate, and we look for some strong performances, not only in our league, but for some state final runs too. So we wish them well. Our boys basketball team, high school team, our varsity was able to play last night as well with the girls. Our boys basketball team were able to beat Landmark, and a team that's in our district, just right down the road from us. And we kind of played them to kind of see where we're at for some of our district games that we're going to have here at Memphis at the end of March. And our boys came out firing, and they beat Landmark 56-15. Good hard defense, a lot of quick feet, and there was a lot of excitement. We're allowed 2 fans per only, so but we had a capacity for what we were allowed to have here, which is 250 people. And so it was just a great evening to see the kids out there playing and enjoying the opponents. And so for both teams, it was a good experience. Our boys actually played Thursday night as well, back here at the Hive with the JV at 5:30 and 7, and they play Merritt Academy tomorrow. So you'll see the basketball season is turned right on with wrestling. Our competitive cheer team, we're losing a lot of our competitive meets. A lot of schools are dropping them for obvious reasons and unfortunate reasons. But our competitive cheer team is still the league champs. We're hoping to have a league meet, and there are also sideline cheering for our boys teams, and Coach Clark has them ready to go as well. Our bowling has started off, and we're very fortunate. Coach Michelle Lentz came back this year, and with assistant coach Esmeralda Peters, and they've started off. Unfortunately, a lot of their meets have been canceled as well, but they have started off with some really impressive bowling. Our girls team in particular has come out of the gates ready to fire, and they look like they're state qualifiers right now. Our boys had a little slower start, but they're picking it up. The biggest problem for the bowling right now is a lot of schools dropping their bowling teams just from lack of participation. So we've been pretty fortunate in the high school level. We thought we'd have a few more girls in the girls basketball program, but with the COVID and having to wear a mask and some of the medical concerns, we do not have a JV girls basketball. But the numbers are heavily increasing, and we're excited that right around the corner, our junior high sports, basketball and cheerleading, they have continued to start to practice as well, and our junior high season will begin playing at the end of this month and go into mid-March. So they're going to be able to play about 4 Saturdays each, 2 games in each, so they'll have pretty much a full schedule. And so we're excited that they get an opportunity to compete as well. So as you can see, being out of winter sports for a few months has really pushed everything to the side, but now that it's back in front of us in full front, we're very excited that all the kids from high school all the way down to our junior high kids are able to compete. Our coaches have done a fantastic job. We are doing our COVID testing every single day on every single student athlete, from temperature check to health questions. I can't compliment our parents enough for sending our kids. If kids do have a concern, they're keeping them home. And the kids that are here and our coaches that are working with them have done a great job. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think we're leading all the high schools in this area for sure, and the least amount of COVID attacks and stuff like that. So we're very proud of our coaches and our kids and our parents and our community for the great job that we've done here at Memphis Community Schools for protection of not only our kids but for their families. So the other exciting thing is, and not by looking outside you can't tell, but spring sports is right around the corner. And those poor programs weren't able to play at all last spring. They're excited. Boys baseball, girls softball have already started practicing. They're allowed 4 kids per practice day. That's what they're allowed to work with. And both Coach Adam Walsh and our new head coach for baseball, Coach Joshua Bobsey, have their particular programs in the gym in the elementary, working them already 2-3 nights a week plus weekends. And I know that they're excited to have hopefully a spring season about, I think the groundhog took 6 weeks from now. So hopefully at the end of March, definitely after spring break, we're hoping to have our baseball and softball and track and girls soccer seasons off and running as well. But for right now, we have some heavily participated sports. We're over 80 high school athletes that are participating in winter sports, and we're estimating close to 40 in the junior high sports. There are some questions and concerns about youth sports and the 5th and 6th and all the way down to like the 2nd grade into kindergartens. And right now, there are not plans to have them at this time. There's not a lot of gym use. The COVID thing is still a situation. We allow so many people in a gym or in a building. I think it's 10 that we can use have into the building at a certain time. So we're going to hold off on the youth sports up until probably mid to late spring, if not in the summer. So we will have our programs, run some youth programs. I know football's already planning something. Our high school basketball program, both boys and girls, we're planning to have coaches and kids come down and work with kids. So that is something that we are planning in the future. But with the shortened winter season, we're playing on Saturdays now, boys and or girls, high school basketball and wrestling. There's not a lot of gym use, gym time open, and people to supervise and instruct. So the winter season will go to the end of March. So we have a lot going on, but we are planning to have a lot more go on. Once spring gets here, we can utilize the outdoor facilities as much as the indoor facilities. But Memphis Sports has really taken off in a positive note. All our sports, both genders, are doing a great job with the coaches. We did have a coaching seminar just yesterday with our new weight room. We had an instructor, Don King, who's a licensed physical instructor, who came in and gave not only our coaches, but also our 2 gym teachers, or 3 gym teachers, an opportunity to come in and learn how to use the programs, how to use the machines, how to use all the different things that we have in there, from the cowbells that you can lift with, the dumbbells, actually the weights, and then we also have the rubber bands in there now, which are the big rubber bands that I'm sure you've seen on TV, and we're teaching and instructing them how to do it properly. We've also purchased a program called BFS, which is called Bigger, Faster, Stronger, that our programs are all going to follow to help our coaches in educating our kids on how to become bigger, stronger, and faster. And it's programs that we will have implemented. Hopefully, it will take a minute, but hopefully in the next few months we'll have start working with them. I can tell you that all the programs are utilized in the weight room now, and it's just a great atmosphere around here when we have the high school gym, the elementary gym, the high school weight room, and the high school cafeteria all being utilized by team sports throughout the entire day. So not only are the games here and we're able to have physical contact, but the practices are here, the weight training is here, the future of the sport is here, where coaches are willing to go work with the younger kids here in the near future, as well as we've had tremendous support from our community, and we really appreciate that. We had some fundraisers that took off really well, which benefit the kids as well. So I thank the administration and the Memphis School Board for all their support. I thank, obviously, all the parents that have allowed their kids and trusted us to send their kids back to us after a long school day, and knowing that we're going to do the best for them by doing the health checks and the sanitizing of all the equipment. So, you know, we've had an opportunity just, I think, a week or two ago to celebrate one of our great Memphis athletes here from the fall season. And we're hoping to have this same type of meeting here in a very short future with some great accolades from one or more, hopefully, of our high school athletes. But Memphis sports has taken off, and we're doing a fantastic job right across the board, from administration all the way down through our coaching staff and our kids, and making sure it's safe, it's enjoyable, it's fun, and most importantly, we remember that it's Memphis pride. So I want to say thank you to the community for all your support as well. So until next time, this is Drake Oakey, Athletic Director of Memphis Community Schools, saying, go Jackets.